They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second and 2. It's complete to Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Jalen Mills in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second and 9 now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. That's caught by Hollister. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Titan football.
Come on, set, 90, roll. And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down past the 30, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Kelly. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Big stop. Trace don't travel. Trace don't travel. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love completes it to Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Love sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. 60, orange. 53. Ready, go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
He'll buy some time right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Love to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down, Dolphins.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
You gonna get this boy?
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
You think you gonna get this?
Back, back, back. Bang, 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 bang. Hot.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Ready. 70 in. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pull.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw, and he hits Drake. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good sock, baby. That's a baby sock.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Mike 54.
2nd and 15. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught by Parker. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Pilot 64, weak. It's a safety creep.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. On 3rd down, Love. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got it. Right there.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Get him. Bravo.
Mike 5-4.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Back to throw. Love. Forced out to his left. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll run it again with Henry. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Love. Going deep for Walker. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Grant. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Pick it up,
Again, it's Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's it, baby.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
57, let's go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Ready, set, run.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw here. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Right there.
Looking to throw. He's He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Off the play fake. Love. Uncorks one for Davis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Looking to throw. Love. Uncorks one for Davis. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Off play action. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. This is Kelly. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Here's Kelly on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Love. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now back to throw. It's complete to Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas, and the Cowboys have added on to their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Second and 1. Goes underneath for Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Here we go.
They run. This is Lewis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Know your job.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one